How long, guys, have we been hearing about Sky's fucking remodel?
Too long. Like 2 years?
Years, yeah.
Years.
Just put our mailbox in.
2?
Not year.
2 plus?
Way more. I think more.
Because she's been in this whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
they remodeling it for, I don't know, God, like 2009?
It was, no, and we bought it September 2 years ago. So
Okay.
it's been 2 years and like 2 months.
Whew. It's the endless remodel.
Yeah.
It's been going on forever.
Yeah.
So many projects.
Yeah, just did the mailbox. Now we're transitioning into a block retaining wall. So that's next on the list. Get ready to hear about digging trenches, bringing in a rock base, putting in drainage, and then finally building the wall.
I'll be honest with you, I can't take it anymore. So if you've spent all this time, effort, and money into a remodel, wouldn't you be hypersensitive to all your new shit?
Dude, when I was growing up, if I touched the wall and there was a fingerprint, my dad would scream at me.
Beat the shit out of you?
I wouldn't say beat the shit out of me,
yeah.
but
That's a lot.
he'd be like, Tyler, come here. Is that your fingerprint?
Oh.
And I'd be like, I don't know, Dad. Don't touch the walls.
He gets out a police fucking fingerprint
Yeah.
kit. He's
And
like,
I'd have to scrub it off
Yeah,
the wall.
nice. Well, that's not what's going on at Sky's house. In fact, it's the opposite.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and filtered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Yeah, I don't understand what the hell is going on in your house. I can't even imagine. This was a complete gut job.
oh, yeah.
You from floor to ceilings.
Even under the floor.
Under
we
that's
redid
right.
the whole entire sewer line.
Foundation, everything?
Foundation, got a re-pour.
It was a
where we did
nightmare
this-
for all of us.
Yeah, it was.
It's ongoing.
Every week they were at one point, she had to move to a new place.
you remember hearing about that?
It was-
new condo every
Fun
other
fact,
it
I got a
must-
remodel.
Must have been so horrible for you guys to hear about me
it was.
moving
It
every
was.
week.
It was, honey.
It was.
Well, it wasn't fun to move every fucking week either. That
Hey,
was
no one told you to
horrendous.
act like Chip and Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper.
They make it look so easy.
I know they do it in the span of like an hour.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it.
They are so fast.
Yeah. And Sky had to rent something that was always on the beach.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
Yeah,
tough to come
God
across.
fucking forbid.
Yeah.
Remember when she couldn't find a couple places? We go like, I was honestly like trying to help my friend, and I was just like, hey, like Claremont's not that far. It's like right across the freeway. I mean,
She
she's
spit in your
spit at
face.
me. She spit in my
Imagine
I
if you
saw
would
her
have
spit in your face.
suggested like Tierra Santa or something like that.
Oh my God.
Tierra what?
Yeah.
What did you say?
She would go, the hubby has to drive Loveland to school.
Well, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. He had to
I
be
mean,
close to school.
He can't.
Why do you have
can't.
to be close to the school? You
Well,
can't just drive
Wake
the
up
car.
an extra 15 minutes early.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, please.
Oh wow, that's too much.
man,
Yes.
yeah.
Claremont would be 4 extra minutes.
If I asked my husband to drive our daughter to school from Claremont to La Jolla every day, his fucking brain would explode.
Well, then this guy really needs some professional
Yeah.
help because this is insanity.
The servants wouldn't be able to come with us,
No,
Eddie. You
please.
don't understand.
Oh, really?
Yes, there are only so many mansions that
Yeah.
you can rent.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, that whole scene was a nightmare.
my
it was
God.
a lot.
Okay, so but they finally got into their place,
Whew.
and we spent like 5 months on backsplashes.
Oh, so much
I
tile.
mean, it's
Another
just,
annoying ass conversation
dude,
we had
it's
to hear
been
about.
it's been too much. It's craziness.
But
And
those
so,
backsplashes look fucking amazing.
Listen, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they
if
look
you
great.
spent 5 months on them, I would imagine they would. You're individually putting each marble diamond into each.
They
It's
came.
like, fuck,
They
okay.
came from France,
Yeah.
Edward.
Well, if you want a herringbone pattern, you gotta fucking work at it, you know?
I had a fucking brick to fit on.
I would
There.
have
A
Bone
brick,
pattern.
a brick.
You'd kill her with that tiny head.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
really?
It's like a fucking circus carnival game.
Okay.
So listen, it's a lot. They've done a lot,
Yeah.
and the house is gorgeous because
Thank
of
you.
it. So from the bottom to the top, all brand new. Everything's brand new. And Sky mentioned to us right before we went on the air today something that I stopped her in her tracks because I went, wait, what? Your daughter was doing what? Now, this doesn't compute. This wouldn't compute to me in my house. I don't have brand new everything in my house.
Right.
Like our floors or whatever, and, but in my house, this doesn't compute. In any normal house, this wouldn't compute. But if I had brand new remodel, everything in the house is brand new. I don't know what the fuck is going on in your head.
the
Tell
walls.
everybody what you said Loveland does all the time, apparently.
Well, and the crazy thing was, like, that wasn't even what I was telling
I know.
you. I was talking
It was
about
something completely different.
making dinner and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I could care less about that.
And then I started saying, yeah, and then she wouldn't help us make the lasagna, so she just decided to skateboard around the house and make videos. And that's when Eddie's face dropped, and he was like, wait, she does what in the house?
Skateboards in the house?
In the house. Used to be a lot of scootering in the house.
Scooters?
Scooters, the Razor scooter, but that
In the house?
Yeah,
Don't
but
those things whip around so you can hit the walls and shit by accident?
well, if you're doing
yeah.
that, I mean, if you're doing fucking trick moves at the X Games,
I mean,
but
I'm just saying, she's what? How old is she? 11?
11, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure a mistake will happen. She's not going to be
Yeah.
perfect riding around the corners.
of course, mistakes happen.
You've spent all this time,
Yeah.
all this money,
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
all this
I
effort
don't think that's true.
into this fucking remodel, and this kid, only kid, is riding around in the house.
That's pretty
like-
crazy, man.
Like they're fucking zero
That's pretty crazy.
fucks given.
I don't.
I'm like,
I
this
just-
is what you honestly. This is what you see in the movies. You know, like the Richie Riches of the world,
Yeah.
the kids who are kind of spoiled
Spoiled
and kind of
brats.
rich,
Spoiled
I can
brats.
hear you.
and they
Spoiled
ride
brats.
around in their house in fucking their own golf carts. And
Yeah.
they're riding
It's a
around in their
skateboard.
bikes.
Does she use-
and you go,
does-
what world is this fucking happening?
It's not a
Does
golf
she have
cart.
to skateboard because the house is just so
Yeah,
big?
you gotta get to
that
one
she-
side or the
It
other.
takes so
It
long
takes
to
so
get
long.
from one
It's
room
true.
together.
Maybe that's why.
She has to put her order in for wherever she wants to the personal chef.
Yeah.
out
Use
of
the
house.
intercom.
Yeah.
There's no
I
intercom.
get
You
it.
know they got one.
That's
I
a really
don't
good
get it.
A
point.
normal size house.
So when I heard this morning, I was sitting there and I heard this, and immediately I went, so
Yeah, well,
we let
I can't even imagine what goes on
once
your
in a
house.
while. It's not all the time.
It's all the time.
It's not all the time.
Once
It's
in a
all the time.
He drives the dump truck in the house.
Yeah.
People drive the dump truck in the house.
He
But
has
it will-
he has a go-kart. We let him drive it around the
Yeah,
house.
dude.
Oh, a go-kart.
Yeah, it's
How
gas powered.
How much do you want to bet
gas powered.
Reed's motorcycle has been in the house?
Oh, his little dirt bike.
His dirt bike's been in the house.
It's never been on in the house because that would kill us from the exhaust.
There you go.
But it's been on where he
course it
pushes it around on his feet.
Of course it is.
He has this little.
That's fucking crazy.
I've let it happen. And
I
so
know you have.
I got all
That's what you want to be, Sky?
hyped up,
Whoa.
Yeah.
saying, "What's the big fucking deal? It's just wheels.
It's
Wheels
just
spin around.
cha-
It's not
it's
going to ruin anything."
You know what the big deal is, Emily? You always talk about how it's chaotic in your house, and that's what it does.
Oh, having a
it just
dirt bike in
creates
your
chaos.
house?
Letting your
bike.
kid ride a skateboard around or in the house is just creating chaos. No rules. Do whatever you want. That's that's how I look at it.
Here's the thing. You know, with Emily's house, that was the before picture. Sky has the after picture.
Yeah,
But I
and
think,
then Eddie
but
brought
Eddie,
that
I
up to
think,
me.
but Eddie,
Yeah.
I think either or.
Listen, as far as
Okay.
like behavior goes, you're 1,000,000% correct. 1,000,000. You don't want to just let your kid run wild and do whatever they want. I don't know.
No.
That's my opinion.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
running around on a skateboard in the house, like you just put in brand new floors, did you not?
Yes, we did.
So we're not worried that the floors are gonna
It's
get
crazy.
scuffed up, or like she's gonna do a fucking ollie, and then all of a sudden the fucking skateboard goes flying and takes out all your crystal
Or
vases.
puts a hole through the
Okay. There's no
hole through the
vases.
wall.
Oh.
Maybe she slips maybe she slips and bangs her head on like a cabinet or a coffee table.
Who
Because
cares
I
about
know
that?
she ain't wearing a helmet, and she probably has a really tiny head.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
she
true.
has a
Very
normal
tiny.
size head, just
Ooh,
like
but
her
she's your
mother.
offspring.
She's just like her mother. Normal size head.
Sky, talk to me about this. How is you letting this happen?
I'm very surprised.
a scooter. A scooter.
I'm very surprised.
I never. I mean,
Never thought about it, huh?
not
You have a
really.
brand new remodel.
Not
My
really.
voice can't get any higher. That just tells you how crazy this is.
Like we have all tile floors in the house, so
Yeah,
she's,
they're from Milan.
Yeah.
Just so
No, they're
everybody
not.
knows.
No.
Eddie,
Directly important.
Eddie, they're easily replaceable.
Yeah,
I
it's
call up Julio and I
yeah.
say, make a
No,
new
I
one,
don't.
Julio.
Yes.
I don't know, they're not-
Milan, hello.
It's Italian
Please
marble.
send it in.
No,
Yes,
I think I
mean,
got them in Mira Mesa.
Yeah.
I don't think they're from Milan. So I feel like the floor is fine. You know what I mean? Unless she like legit cracks a tile, like
How do you stop a skateboard?
with your feet.
Not normally. Normally, you put your back foot on the back end to stop yourself.
Okay, yeah, we don't have fucking Tony Hawk in our house.
Are you sure?
Yeah, like
you sure?
there's no ollies.
Okay.
There's no
Kick flips.
There's no kick flips.
Then what's she doing?
She is doing a couple things. She is just skating around like up and down the hallway, and then we're watching that new Amazon show, The Pack. And so she's doing a lot of training of our dog to compete on this show in the future. So she'll like sit on the skateboard and try and get our little dog to put a rope in his mouth and pull her
You know, that's
on
all.
the
That's all
skateboard.
fine and dandy. You know where you do that? Outside.
And she does do it outside sometimes.
That's it. That's it. You don't do
and
it in
it's
the
not
house.
like
Last
and it's not
night-
like it's
You don't leave all
raining,
the
so
house.
she's stuck inside.
Right.
Well, the sun has gone down. It's like 7 o'clock at night.
Well,
It's
you know when
cold
you do it again?
outside.
The next day, when the sun is up.
So she's cruising around.
Rules.
She's cruising around. Now, yes, there was a moment when the skateboard
Don't you fucking say
Oh my God,
this.
I'm nervous.
did
Don't you fucking say this.
hit our center island.
Four.
Our,
I
kidder,
don't get
our
it.
kitchen.
I don't get it for a bunch of reasons.
How much money, how much time,
Like-
how much effort did it take for you to put that fucking kitchen island in?
A lot, but guess what? The kitchen island is already fucked up just from us using the pull-out
Oh, so
door.
then just fuck it up more. Why not?
Well, I'm just saying the whole thing's
What?
going to have to be repainted at some point.
What?
So we're not encouraging
You
her.
haven't even had it a year.
I know. We've
What are
got
you talking
issues
about?
I don't
with the
get it.
You don't
paint
even
on that
cook!
drawer. Yeah. There's
What are you talking
just
about?
the paint
I
chipping
just-
off that drawer.
But and your husband's cool with this? There's no way. This has to irritate
No,
him.
when the
this has to
skateboard
irritate
hit
him.
the kitchen island.
Just in general,
God.
going around the house on the scooter, it has to
He
irritate
built
him.
that with his own hands.
Yeah. See, here's where I'm at.
You don't care?
I had a grandpa who was that fucking guy. I remember one holiday,
knew this.
I took his big
there was
VHS
something
camera
more.
and I set sweet little Jingle Bear on a rolling chair, and me and Jingle Bear were making a movie. And we're going up and down the hall of my grandpa's house, and guess who dings the wall?
You dumb bitch.
I mean, it's
Jingle
just
Bear?
drywall. No, it was me, Eddie,
Oh,
not
I
Jingle
was
Bear.
so
It was,
Jingle Bear.
no, it was me. It was me.
I thought it was like drunk driving or something.
No, it was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you
And-
idiot.
Yeah, and so I nicked the wall
I
and
hope he beat the
legit,
shit out of you.
like Jingle Bear.
No, the
Verbally, Grandpa did beat the shit out of
It
me.
scarred you that much.
You
It
kn-
scarred you that much.
Sensitive
You-
flower. I grew up in a
Dude.
house where I was never grounded, never yelled
We
at.
can tell.
All that. And so at that moment,
This is what happens, everybody, if you don't parent. You get skies of the world.
wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me right.
And so I
Don't
at that
need more of
moment made a decision, which wasn't really conscious, but
Do whatever you want.
not do whatever you want, but you know what? You should be able to have fun in your house and not be scared to play in your house. And as long
Agreed.
as you're doing something that isn't actually ruining anything, which she's not, what's the problem?
Did you hear Thor's chaos theory? It's very similar to what happens
I
in
don't-
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah, if you put a
You're comparing my house to Jurassic
if you
Park.
put a glass of water on your
Yeah.
dashboard, it'd start to shake, and you'd know what's going on.
yeah.
This is chaos.
Something about the way the water drips go.
This is chaos.
I don't know how.
You're creating a pattern of behavior for a child who needs rules and needs structure in their lives to go, I'm fucking ride around in my house, my skateboard, do whatever
The
I
fuck
want.
I want.
No,
Yeah.
she
I'm gonna
can't do
tell other
whatever the
adults
fuck
I can
she
do whatever the
wants.
fuck I want.
Then you're sending mixed messages because
There's
No.
not something into once in a while when we say it's all right, you can have this time to have fun.
it's first of all, it's not once in a while.
No,
She's
the
right- she
skateboard
ri-
is legit like in our living room right now. It's like
so
pretty much
crazy.
always in the house.
And like
But nothing's
growing
ruined.
up, we
You
had
just said it. She jacked up the.
No, it made a noise like, and we went, and she was like, "No, it's fine, it's
See,
fine."
this is where Eddie is pissed about is confused with the stuff you just bought. Me, I look at it as it's just fucking crazy to let the kids do that. I think that's so crazy to me.
But why?
Because it
is
creates
it crazy to let
chaos.
them? I
And
see that chaos is
as
in
a
my
guy,
house.
there's no way the boo is okay with this. I would love to know what his theory.
He doesn't have a
Knowing
say.
that guy though,
Yeah.
he has so much anxiety having her go around on a skateboard in the house. That's got to create so
But
much
did you
anxiety.
hear about Sky's grandpa?
Yeah.
So she can do
Like
what
that's
she
so
wants.
crazy. And same thing with Emily. You have your son who does, kind of a troublemaker, gets into a lot of trouble. To let him
Juggling
do that,
chainsaws.
and your tiny house with clutter everywhere is so crazy to me.
I guess there's different ways that things cause chaos. For me, him just moving around on a set of wheels on the ground, like sitting on a skateboard, moving it around the house, that is like compared to the other stuff that's
But
crazy.
what do
like
you think-
that's okay.
How do you think
Yeah.
that gets to that point? That's what I think. It's a bigger picture, in my opinion, is that we wouldn't get to that point if there were more, honestly, rules and structure that was going on in the house. That's just
How
that's
about
the way I think.
gymnastics in the house?
I wouldn't-
Handstands, cartwheels.
If I cleared out the furniture and like there was nothing around for them to break, maybe I would consider that. But I mean,
Does that cause chaos in a house?
What? Well, how is that? This
No,
apples and
Thor's
oranges.
chaos theory
Well, with me,
about
it was-
moving around and action and because my daughter will do like handstands and flop on the couch and then the pillows
Yeah,
fly.
I did that in like my basement. We would wrestle with my friends, my dad.
But that's still causing motion.
no,
Things are getting
running
One
through
has
the
to do
house,
with-
riding a skateboard
See,
through
no
the
one's
house.
running. No one's like we're not Tony Hawk like Emily. We're sitting on it. We're pushing it around. We're putting our dog on it. Like yes, if we're doing kick flips and ollies and jumping off ramps, yeah, you're
But
gonna
are we
mess stuff
Are
up.
we really that confused that bikes and skateboards and scooters aren't outdoor activity things? Are we that confused?
I understand that they are, but my thought is why? Because somebody said that.
I'll give you a
why,
reason.
why if it's not hurting anything can't?
I'll give you a reason. The Jackass Crew and Bam Margera. Is that what you want your kids
Well,
to
I
be?
mean, they're there.
You
They're
want
there.
your kids to be
They're
Bam
there.
Margera?
They're there.
Go for it.
they're
You want
pretty
your
much
kids to be
there.
Steve-O and Chris Pontius? Go for it.
Honestly, I think that's the goal, right? I mean,
The goal.
Well, you
wouldn't
know
that be
my
amazing?
fiance Robert's motto.
That's
Yeah.
his number one guys,
His
right?
mantra.
Yeah,
Jackass
would
Crew.
Steve-O do it?
Steve-O
Yeah,
do it.
would Steve-O do it?
Rito and Loveland O.
Okay, really?